Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Sorry for the delay. Lots of things has happened here this morning, and I do apologize for the delay, but at least we are on our way to start the flight now. Good morning, Dirk, and who else? Who do we have on Discord here? Hakan, Jose, McTrying, Paul, and Uncle John. Welcome, guys.
Morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning. Thank you.
Right, so with all the rush and everything happening at once, I haven't actually done any planning. I've installed new software. Madrid Barajas Airport has been updated a few hours ago. So I just installed it, and I'm probably going to have to restart the X-Plane. I beg your pardon, because I think the Zibo's busy updating the nav database now again, so we'll probably get that error and we just have to restart. Anyway, guys, I'm going to take it slow and easy. We have a full day planned. I've got, after this flight, a little later on this afternoon, 3 more flights planned. The reason I'm doing it late afternoon is to allow the US guys to catch up a little bit with us on this side of the earth. So we're going to do a couple this afternoon. In the interim, I am expecting family to come and visit us. So that also accounts for why I'm not flying straight through. Yeah, I think he's busy building that database. So, how are you guys keeping? Let's hear. Are you guys all right?
I
Well,
woke up
thank
this
you.
morning.
Okay.
That's a good move, John.
Yes.
It kind of lets us know that you're still in the land of the living.
And I breathed on the back of my glasses, and yes, there's moisture on there, so I'm breathing as well.
Well, just one question then. Did you check the mirror? Do you have a reflection?
I daren't look in the mirror. I dare not look in the mirror.
Jose,
Hi.
tell us your story. I heard you started speak then, and then I missed you. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. Thanks, Nico.
All
All
right.
cool.
Great stuff. McTrying, Paul, you guys all right?
Yes, I've got a funny feeling that I've been in a kind of time machine. I'm probably about 14 again because there's nowhere to go and meet people anymore. I'm just gonna have to hang around on street corners with my mates
Ah, okay.
because
Oh,
cafes are shut now as of last
Mm,
night.
wow.
So yeah, at one time I
drink.
had nowhere to go and no money, and now I've just got nowhere to go. So it's an interesting thing. But
Ah, I
you know,
get it.
we'll with the help of you, for
Mm-hmm.
example, and it's great that you're going to be streaming when the guys on the US continent can join. That all helps
Mm-hmm.
everybody. So thanks for that.
The difference between when you used to stand on street corners and today is that when the police come by, I bet they're all in cars today.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can genuinely know better than them rather than think that I do.
Nico,
Mm-hmm.
from where to where flying?
Porto to Madrid.
Ah, okay. Max
Sure.
power in schematics FPO.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Welcome,
Morning.
welcome.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Joe.
Morning.
Good morning.
So I'm going to do it proper today. I'm just going to quickly quit, explain, and then just fire up again.
So, how is everybody doing with this thing that's going on in the world?
We're okay. We're okay, Joe. We've, you know, put ourselves in a position where we can just relax a bit at home now. Call it a holiday. Trying to make the best of it.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear everybody's okay.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, that if you'd waited half a year for a good rest to be at home with people, you'd think it was a blessing. The
Mm,
fact that it's been imposed on people
mm.
gives you a completely different attitude, and
Yeah,
perhaps that's what people maybe should work on
yeah.
slightly.
Earlier this morning, we had a quick conversation between me and Uncle John and Hakan. And guys, I just want to bring it to your attention as well. We don't want to get into the politics of it, and we don't want to get into the hurt side of it. We don't want to get into the angst and all the scary bits of it. So when we talk about it, we must be uplifting and we must be supportive and things. There are guys in our community that are personally affected, with people in hospital, people that have died apparently. So we must just be careful how we talk about it, and please just don't politicize it. Um,
Agreed.
Yeah,
yeah,
Agreed.
absolutely. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
Or belittle the risk, because I think
yes.
that's dangerous as well.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, I mean, what I want to do and why I put the post on the Zibo Pilots group this morning that I did is to give people a focus point, somewhere to come to just forget about the challenges of life, just to focus on something else, instead of the problem. And I'd like to make it worthwhile for the guys to come and join us, to come and fly with us or sit and listen to us or whatever.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
All right, so explain's going to take a minute or three to spin up. The flight plan is below the video in the show more section, the description of the video. So anybody who wants to join us, you guys are more than welcome. Good morning, Dwayne. I see you are on stream with us. Guys, at any point in time, you're welcome to join us on Discord. There are certain common sense rules that we do apply. We don't accept saltiness and we don't want fights on here. So common sense stuff. And then if you are live on air with us, you need to have a push to talk button because I'm the only one that doesn't use it because I need both my hands. So we don't want all the other noises and things. Common sense rules. Other than that, feel free to tag along. You don't have to be on Discord to fly with Vatsum's Vatsum. If you want to join me, just fall in line. Come enjoy it with us.
So what's new with Zibo now with the latest updates? Because I haven't been updating because I'm still down. Maybe hopefully this weekend I'll be up and running again.
Joe, that's a long list. I put it
Okay.
on the Explain Learning Center for you guys to read. It's a long list. But basically it's an accumulation of everything that he has done so far. Let me just say good morning, Richard, as well. I just noticed he's there. Aura, good morning. Um, I don't know how I missed your names there, but welcome, welcome. So anyway, it's an accumulation of all the RC modifications that he did and then some. It's very stable. I've flown it yesterday. It's really a nice model. This version 3.40. He's tweaked the flight model slightly coming from Bixter's side. I'm not sure what they did, but I just noticed he mentioned there that they worked on that. So um, it works nicely. It works really nicely.
Great.
What is the update on your rebuild, Joe?
I should have it back probably either today or tomorrow. What it turned out to be was the motherboard. There was something not right, something
Uh,
going on. So we swapped out the motherboard, and that seemed to fix it. We're stressing it out right now, and it's past everything, so everything looks good.
Awesome. That's good news.
that sounds good. So, in other words, my fear was it was the power supply, and clearly that wasn't the case.
No, but that was one of the areas that was probability. But we tested the power supply, and there was nothing wrong with it. And the next thing we went to the motherboard, and sure enough, it failed.
Excellent. I'm sure you'll be pleased once you've got it back.
Yeah. While we're waiting for it to load, I quickly want to show you guys my Adobe Reader here. Let me get that on screen for us. For those of you guys who have followed it or who might know or not know about it, it's for everybody. I have updated my Zibo checklist. On the 17th of March, we now have version 16. I changed a couple of things. I'll just give you a quick rundown. While I was talking with Uncle John and a couple of other guys, obviously I pick up on what the shortcomings are. I realized that it would be nice to have an optional for your information only section, which you can work through if you are a beginner or if you are not, how can I put it? If you're not very familiar with setting up a flight from scratch, from absolute nothing, you can use it as a checklist, a scratch pad, call it what you want. But basically, I've included the basic information from the very basic. Now in the real world, by the time you actually get into the 737 cockpit, you're going to have at least, I think, 2,000 hours of flying behind you. So you're going to have some form of education. But when we talk about the guys who are flight simming, not all of them obviously simulate to the level that I simulate and so on. But if you guys are interested and if you want to fill in all the pages on the FMC and start training yourself up, I just thought, let's put this in here because these are the things that you're going to need to do the whole story. So there's a couple of pages there, and then it starts with the normal checklist. The big change in this checklist, I'm not even going to go down there right now. The big change was at the engine start process, for instance, I actually incorporated the actual FCOM startup procedure, which we didn't do previously. It was working and it's perfectly fine because somewhere on planet Earth there is an SOP that says it does work and it did work. But because of some of the silly comments that some people make and they're splitting hairs about nonsense, I purposefully put the startup process according to the FCOM into the checklist. So just bear that in mind. So you guys are welcome to go and download it. The bulk of it is basically still the same. Apart from that, and then there was one other thing. You'll see I changed some of the coloring in some places. So to actually tell you to activate and execute the FMC pages, because it became apparent during the week while helping other people that the guys don't understand they have to activate and execute the pages on the FMC, and then they complain the Zibo doesn't work, So I've just highlighted things like that. What was the other thing of significance, I think, that I can recall right now? I'm just thinking. This is the engine start procedures. You'll see there's a little bit of a difference there. Um, I can't remember out right now.
Sorry,
But there was one other thing. Tell me.
Sorry, interrupting. Are you online in?
I'm not online yet, Tarkan.
Ah, okay.
All right. No, I'm just talking through a couple of things here. Let's quickly see. Right, the tablet says we're okay now. Just want to quickly think. There was one other small change I made. Oh, goodness. How can I not recall? It was in the FMC. It was in the FMC. I missed something there.
This one looks a lot more comprehensive than the previous versions.
Um, yes, Joe. It is. It is. Remember, this is if you look at the checklist. Can I move it? No, let's move my head. If you look at this checklist that is supplied with, this is the typical thing that your qualified pilots would use, right? This is the normal Boeing checklist. If you are still training, if you want to learn the flows and things like that, you really need to have a more um, comprehensive checklist, that tells you step one, step two, step three, step four, until you actually learn this thing. Oh, yes, the one thing I added was the cutback because it's now working. So the cutback has been added there in the FMC. Um, one of the issues I picked up during the week specifically, and even last week, was like I said, the guys don't execute the pages properly, and then also the sequence in which the guys program the FMC is a big problem because we picked up, for instance, if you program it in the incorrect sequence, what will happen is you will press the first button, but it will affect the third line. You'll press the second button and it skips a line and then does the next one. It's not aligned. And the funny thing is, if you actually execute your pages, it will always be aligned. It will always affect the actual line that you're dealing with. So, silly little small things like that I've incorporated in the checklist just to make sure that you can learn it. I mean, in 6 months' time, you're not going to look at this page properly, probably. Again, you're probably going to move on to something like this, which is just a checklist. But to learn it, you need some way. You need someone. That's where that checklist comes in. Let's stow that one. Let's quickly see who joined us. Joshua, good morning. All good, thank you. Welcome. Joshua, no, I don't work with the people at Flight Factor at all. I work with the Zibo team. Right, the next thing is the install guide, guys. I updated this yesterday and then updated it this morning. Quite a few changes. The look and feel has changed. The index have changed. I've updated all the screenshots. So if you go through the process, I've also added quite a few other do's and don'ts as well. So if you are struggling with the installation or you just want to brush up on stuff, I've added quite a lot of things in here. I've also added the display mod. If you guys are interested in the display mod, also the coffee mod. I did not do it. This is just the stock standard Zibo today. I haven't done the mods yet on it, but everything is in here. And like I said, all the screenshots are now updated to show the actual Zibo screenshots of the current model. So I did quite a lot of work. Took me quite a few hours just to update everything and explain it maybe better some places. So the link to this is also it's in the notes below the video. You just go to what I call my private hangar. It's my OneDrive, and it. Sorry, my son just wants his telephone quickly. There you go, that one. It's in the OneDrive, so you just go to Explain 11 and Zibo, and then you will find all the stuff is in there. You guys can go help yourself. I've also included all the performance data now, so you've got all the actual FCOM and Boeing handbook actual figures, not just something that's thumb sucked. I've also done the layouts for PFPX. I've done the layouts for SimBrief, etc., etc. I've also included the useful joystick commands because I see a lot of guys have issues choosing the correct auto throttle, autopilot, engage, disengage, all these kind of things. So I've added that in there, and then over here we've got all the add-ons. So there's quite a few things I cover: AVI tab, terrain radar, X checklist, XRAS, beta pushback, web FMC. The only thing I did not put in here is STKP, but I didn't have the time to put anything about STKP in there. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys before we got going.
Well, that's fabulous, and thank you very much for that. That's so comprehensive.
you.
Thank you.
You guys are welcome. You are more than welcome. Right, so hello Albapino, cheese and wine as usual. Oh man, one day I'm gonna come visit you. Don't go anywhere. I'll come make a plan. Right, let's close all of these things. Akan, I'm going to get into my flight planning side of things now, so bear with me and I'll tell you the moment I get onto the network.
Yeah, I couldn't be there, but I am waiting for your group flight routes.
Okay, it is all in the Zibo pilots group. Go to the pin post at the very top. It's in the second comment.
Okay, sir.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I put it in. No, I didn't. Sorry, I'm lying. I haven't put it into the group flight in Discord yet. I'll put it there just now. Hold on. Let me put it there. I've got it here. I'll just quickly publish it. Let me go grab it from Facebook quickly. Where is group flights? Group flight info. There you go, Arkan, in the group flight info in Discord as well now.
Thank you.
Alright.
I am starting preparing of this routes and also sceneries, right?
Yeah, that's fine, Arkan. I'm going to be at least 30 minutes before I push. Okay, so just bear that in mind.
Ah, you are flying group flights first leg. I just realized. Okay, I'm going to join.
Alright. Well, Look, if you read my message on the Zibo pilots group, or even it's the same message I put there in the group info as well as in general chat. If you read through there, this is my initiative. So let me quickly talk about that again.
Okay.
In this time where so many guys are in quarantine, whether it's self-imposed, whether it's government imposed, whatever the situation is, a lot of us are affected now by this virus situation. So what I want to do is to give people a focus point to just take their mind off the problem. All right, and we want to generate that via YouTube and maybe even Twitch. We'll see how that goes. And then I want to invite guys, or I did invite guys, to put their plans in the open, basically on Facebook or here on Discord. And I mean, so many of us fly online, but it's not necessarily a group flight. So, what I'm interested in is getting guys to just post and say, listen, I'm flying from A to B. That's the time, that's the route. If you want to join me, come and join me. If not, so what? Then we wait for the next guy. So, if we can publish our routes and our flights and it's on VATSIM or Iveo or Pilot Edge or whatever, then if we publish that, anybody can see it and decide whether they want to join you or not. So sometimes you might have nobody joining you, sometimes one, sometimes 10, sometimes 20 people join you. But the idea is to just make this time a little bit more fun, for everybody. If you understand what I mean, I hope you do.
Got it.
Right, so let's have a look. See STKP. Let's get that on our screen there. Alright, I just want to check the winds and stuff, make sure that we have the same. Okay, I'm going to take runway 35. There is no wind, so it's irrelevant which one we take. I'm just going to take 35. Then LEMD. Let's have a look, see what we've got there. There's a 14.
Nico,
Yes, sir.
would it be at a time now to mention the fact that you're in progress of doing a spreadsheet for those that wish to do a comprehensive install on the FMC, etc., in conjunction with the STKP?
We can mention that, yes. Let me explain quickly what's happening. Me and Uncle John started with this program during the week, specifically focusing around Sim Toolkit Pro and all its features and all its integrated features. So I'm busy helping him. We've got one section left to do, and then basically it's going to be like a recipe, to make some food or something, or it's just another recipe of how to create your flight. And it's going to also have steps. Step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. Step 3, do that, and so on and so forth. So once that is done, maybe next week, Uncle John, we can showcase it sometime in the week with the guys and run through it, because that is also a great help for guys who are not familiar with setting up the flight plans and stuff. And having Sim Toolkit Pro at our disposal now is actually going to cut down on training costs for flight planning and dispatching like nobody's business. This is really, really an interesting and very nice tool. So that's what we're talking about. We'll keep you guys informed on that and then share that with you as well.
To summarise, what it in fact does, and forgive me for butting in, Nico,
Okay.
once you've followed this sheet through, you do not need anything else other than STKP, because every single bit of information that you're going to require for your flight will be in there.
All right. Yeah, that's it. So it's the whole thing started with my checklist. few pages I showed you. These are the basic information you need. We're now translating that to the next step, and then we take it to STKP. So we'll sort it out with you guys. Coming back to this morning's flight, we have an interesting situation. Our wind is 090 at 4 knots. So if we look at our runway configuration, the runway 14 set seems to be the ideal runway. But the thing that I know about LEMD, Barajas, is there is a SOP enforced there. You cannot just take off and land on any runway. So we're going to talk you guys through that as well. Guys on Discord, please stop me if I go too fast or too slow or something. You guys mustn't just be quiet, please.
Wilco.
Alright, so I say PPR, that's 35.
Nico, is a Watson flight or EVA flight?
No, that's him. I don't have a VIO installed right now. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the source of our flight plan. I'll show you guys quickly.
And final thing, could you please tell me your gate?
Sierra 40.
Sierra 40.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. So if we look at the Ryanair page, I've highlighted and I've copied that flight plan. So we also see we need to fly to 80, it seems, and we'll just take it from there. In actual fact, let's skip this for now. Let's go to our charts first. Let's start the way I'm trying to teach Uncle John as well. Let's do it properly, in other words. All right, so we're going to go to flight, new flight. LEMD. We're going to create that flight. Then I'm just going to paste this in here. Right, so that will be our flight for today. Then we said runway 35 will be in use, and in terms of our departure, that is the correct one. Right, that takes us directly there. Now, here's where the fun comes in. I'm going to start opening the charts and saving them as well. Then we're going to take Barajas on this side. Let's take our airport. Alright, but we can't just do that. We need to go find the runways. Which runway is in use? Preferential configuration. Alright, so what is our time now? This is 0900. So 0900, this is between 0723. The preferred northern configuration is 32 left, 36. And the non-preferred southern configuration is that one. All right, so this leaves us with options. If we look at the wind 090, we said that the 14 would be better, or let's go back to that thing. Alright, so there we can see the wind is coming from that side, but it is literally 4 knots, so that's absolutely insignificant. So what we're going to do is we're going to rather say preferred northern configuration is a runway 32 left or 32 right. So let's go have a look at our airport. Right, so if we're landing 32 left or right, I would choose 32 left, and I just happen to know that Ryanair parks somewhere here. I'm not sure exactly where it's somewhere here. So 32 left, according to the SOP, will then be our choice. Right, so just to recap, we started with the wind. From the wind, we went to the SOP, and then we found the best suited runway. So I hope you guys understand that. Please ask if I need to recap that. Made my note 32. Okay. So now we can go and do our flight planning. Right, so under advanced, we're going to select 35 and 32 left. We're going to have to backtrack a little bit.
I am taking Sierra 42. Is it available?
I don't know, Akan, I'm not online. Yeah, just take it, we'll move it when we have to.
Okay, I just wanted to ask people who are in the group on.
Yeah, I don't know. You're welcome to ask any of them. This is very interesting. Check this McDrawing. It's not giving us options. Not sure why. Anyway, I just chose one there that seems to.
Sorry,
I'm
I
clicking the
didn't
wrong
see
one.
that.
All right,
Can you show me?
if I click on arrivals on the eye and I go and choose 32 left, there's no options. Nothing. It doesn't give any options for some reason. So what I did was I just picked one of them. See, that one is not the correct one. That one seems to be. What's this
Maybe
one?
there's no arrivals.
No, no, no. If you click
Oh,
on the arrival, look, McDrawing, if you click on the arrivals, it actually gives you. So I've chosen that one.
yeah, but that was because you what for runway 32, the
Yeah.
runway that you were looking for. Maybe there's no.
Specifically linked to it. That's the only thing I can think of, yeah. That
Yeah,
there's nothing
that's what I'm
specifically
on
linked to
about.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I chose whichever one there. I mean, it gives me three options, all right, and that one seems to be the better one. So we did choose that one, and then we're going to go
What
for.
about if you choose the star for all of them?
McTrying, if you click on that, you have to specify a runway. You see, there's no way of just doing one. Sorry, there's no way of doing all of them. You have to pick one. So it's not showing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can easily find it by just clicking around. You'll find it anyway. Then what we need to do, go for our ILS, which is that one. So we can go save those charts as well. Right, so we've got the airport, SID, star, approach, airport. Okay, so we've actually got everything. All right. I'm going to then copy this route and close that out and go back and create this route again.
So you have to type all that in again
Yeah,
if you leave the page.
yes, if you leave the page. I said to Uncle John in the week, I'm going to ask Dan a big favor, and I'm going to ask him to make this sticky, so that if you go off of it, that you don't have to redo it again.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Excellent idea.
yeah. I don't have any alternate listed, so I'm just going to skip that. Let somebody give us a alternate. Right then, under performance, CI 6. Cruise altitude was what, 28. 28. Then we go to our weights packs. We've got 126, so it won't be that heavy. And 2 on the cargo. And we can generate our plan. Right, so we have the ZMR1 Papa arrival. So we need to find that somewhere here. Those are the transitions. I don't know if
What
we
happened?
actually. Hmm?
What happened to doors face in tablet?
I'm not with you, Hakan.
So I couldn't find doors.
Page.
Yes.
That's a good question. Never noticed that. I've got shortcuts.
Nico,
Yes,
can I ask you a question?
yes,
That Madrid,
yes.
what runway were you trying to?
32 left. And I've just noticed our transition here is Tobeck, so I was looking for the wrong one. So that is the one we need.
I'm getting all the stars showing for 32 left on my Navigraph.
I don't know. You know Navigraph. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So
But I
It
did
is.
note when you on that drop down, when you're choosing the runway, because there are so many options, there's a slider. Just by flicking that a little bit, it seems to free it up a bit.
well, look there. Now it's showing it. So you tell me why it didn't show earlier. Now it's showing. Look.
Yeah. I thought that, well, I didn't want people to think that their Navigraph wasn't working. That's
Of
why
course,
I
of course.
commented.
Well, mine clearly was not. So I don't know. You tell me why it came back now. Here it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just shows you, have patience.
We had this yesterday, Mark.
Yeah. Also, just as a point of interest, I also had a look at the aircraft beefing. There's quite a lot of preferential
Yeah,
configurations for this airport for
very
the
much so.
different times.
Fossil, you're correct. Yeah, problem between chair and keyboard. Anyway, um, let's quickly see which doors did we open, doors did we not open. So
So has the doors page been eliminated?
it's probably been moved. It won't be eliminated, but it's definitely been
I
moved.
found. I found it.
Where?
I will tell you just a second. It is in the ground service. Phase.
Ground service. Okay. There we go. All right. Well, I've got keyboard shortcuts, so it's fine. Hakan, I'm glad you went through this with us. So I'm gonna quickly put that on screen shortly. Let me just finish this flight plan thing. We're going to do VATSIM. I'm going to do a pre-file. Right, so let's go fly now. Alright, that takes care of STKP for now. We'll worry about that later. And there you guys can see I've got my doors open. So let's quickly go have a look at this tablet. I see there's a couple of things. Save and load configuration is also, he's changed quite a bit, eh? I actually then have to update my um, tablet pictures again. So after the stream, I'll update the install guide again just to make sure you guys get the right pictures. Damn it. Okay. So there's the save and load situations. Very nice.
A full track option also changed.
The what?
Full track.
I can't hear what you're saying.
I said that full track.
The fuel truck. Okay.
Yes, it's changed location.
Right. Okay. So we can look at that also. Fuel. There we go. All in the same page now. Oh, this is actually brilliant. It's going to take a flight or two to just get used
That
to the
is
new thing.
much better,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah. I actually noticed somebody on the org did a big post on this, and he actually suggested quite a few of this. Zibo obviously liked what the
Yeah.
guy said. So
Yeah, that's significant change and for the better. Yes.
yeah. So let's call our ground people.
Has he added anything to that first page on the second page? Is there any new?
No, he's basically put all the configurations one side
No,
with the
yeah,
failures.
no, it's all right. Yeah.
Right, so let's start loading. We'll run it for a minute or two. Let's get our payloads and stuff. Hakan,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to connect to the network now.
Yeah, there is no aeroplane on Sierra 40. You can be online without any problem.
Flank you. And there you are. Is that you?
Yeah, do you see me?
Ryanair 982.
Of course.
Ah, awesome. Alright, okay, cool. Take some screenshots. Alright, we do not seem to have any ATC in the area, so that's a good thing for now. Alright, payload. What is the payload? 15.1. 15.1. Fuel. 1.8. Let's call that truck. Beautiful. Beautiful. That is really nice.
Saves a
Thank
lot
you.
of going backwards and forwards.
Yeah. Jose?
I said thank you.
You're welcome. We might as well give that performance thing a try. Maybe, just maybe, made a change there as well. Who knows? We'll see. cloud services. We want the GPU. We want lights. Right. Plan. Push back.
Round to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
Alright, so let's start our VA client and economical. Let's go.
Nico, are you going from memory or are you actually using the checklist?
Currently I'm going from memory. Why? Would you like me to use the checklist? I don't
No,
mind.
not at all. No, I was just curious.
Yeah. No worries. Right.
Nico, do you remember your landing
Landing what?
runway?
3-2 left.
I am choosing 3 to right.
It's up to you.
That looks good.
Yeah. I never set up everything after I installed it. So now some funny things creep in and I notice it. Then I realize what the issue is. I have to fiddle with that a little bit later then. Not to worry right now. There we go. Perfect.
You are going to need ISA temperature is minus.
Thank you. Funny not to have wind, but if that is so, it is so. Right, we'll do the cut back tape off. I noticed there was an altitude restriction on 3,000 feet anyway, so we'll just assist the system a little bit.
Fly slow. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Obstacle.
Runway slope down 2.4.
I've got it on 0.7. Okay, down 0.7. Did you calculate it manually, or where did you get that?
You are right. You are right. Instead of feet, I used met.
Okay.
There's a surprise. The boss is right.
It says don't be nasty.
Adjust vertical speed. Adjust. Climb. Climb now. Climb. Climb now. Climb. Crossing. Climb. Climb. Crossing. Climb. 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 Clear of conflict.
Boss is always right.
Descend. Descend.
Until he's wrong, eh, Hakan?
Descend. Crossing.
Affirmative.
Descend. Descend now. Descend. Descend now. Increase climb. Increase climb. Increase descent. Increase descent. Maintain vertical speed. Maintain. Maintain vertical speed. Crossing. Maintain. Monitor vertical speed. TCAS test. Pass.
Today I am going to be number one, sir, if it is okay.
Yes, you know it's okay. Hello, Ryan. Right, well, I've got 11 minutes that I need to be on the ground, Hakan, still, so we're going to
Please recheck the security of your seatbelt.
run through a couple of other things then. Just using up the time a bit.
Are you planning to also show what's changed with SimTalking Pro during this stream?
No, that was not part of the plan. I'll do something special for that.
Okay, it's fine.
Is there anything you want me to mention while we wait? Because we've got 10 minutes.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I've given you an option of
Yeah.
somewhere to.
Well, the first thing that I should have highlighted was when I did the flight planning. Instead of having everything on one screen, you now have those tabs that you need to click on, you know. But I mean, I can't stop the flight plan and go redo everything now. So that's one thing we missed.
No, yeah.
Um,
Or how it presents airports and things like
yeah, let's
this.
quickly look at.
Also, in doing a group flight, those that don't want to fly on VATSIM, if everybody in the group flight was using Sim Toolkit Pro, they could still see everybody.
Yeah, let me quickly show. Let me do that.
That's up to you whether
Yeah.
you want.
No worries, no worries. Okay, so there's some Toolkit Pro. While we've got another 9 minutes to burn here, let's quickly talk about it. So if I zoom in close enough, you'll see there's a blue little aircraft. That's Hakan. Alright, the blue aircrafts are the ones that are on Sim Toolkit Pro. So in other words, like what McTrying was saying is you don't have to be online on VATSIM or Avaya for us to actually see you on the map. We won't see you next to us, but we'll see you on the map. If we go and we actually enable the VATSIM situation, why did it change color? There's an ATC now, that's why. Hakan?
Yes, sir.
We just picked up ATC here.
Really?
Yeah. LPPR
who is
approach.
he?
Just check on your map, it shows you the guy's name.
Do we need to take clearance from him?
Yes, yeah, you have to.
Fortunately.
We'll call him now. Let me just get his frequency. 1 to 1, 100.
You sound shocked, Harkin.
See, it was useful having a look here.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so there we can obviously now see he's changed color. That's because I enabled VATSIM. So now he's become a VATSIM traffic. The red one is me. I immediately saw it was like it whitened out the area. So if we go and kill the ATC, you see the color changes. That's how I knew there was ATC there.
Then I am taking clearance right now, okay? So
please do, please do.
And with this feature, of course, you don't have to ask where anybody is parked. You can check and see where they are and not spawn on top of them.
Absolutely. Right, and as you can see there, if you put your mouse on the little dot.
Porto, good day. This is Ryanair 982 radio check.
Wait a second, let Hakan finish there.
Radio 57. Requesting ATC clearance for destination Madrid. This is Ryanair 982. Ryanair 982 information Alpha at Porto, QNH 1010. We were cleared to Madrid. BELDU 8 Echo departure out of runway 35. Initial climb flight level 100, squawk 4727. Clear to destination for Madrid. After takeoff will be BELDU 8 SID. Active runway is 35. Initially climb to flight level 100. Squawk 3727. Ryanair 982. Ryanair 982, squawk 4727. 4727, copy, 982. Ryanair 982, feedback is correct, advising ready for push and start. I will call you when ready, push and start, Ryanair 982.
Nico, Paul Shoesmith's asking if he can join.
No, sir, please join. Please, Paul, come join. We still got time to kill here. I'm trying to get the ATIS 124.3. I'm not getting any ATIS. He says it's information alpha, so we're just gonna ride on that. So let me get my call sign here because it changes every day, so I can't remember them off by heart.
Nico, I'm okay. I am requesting pushback on startup and wait for you.
He's not gonna let you wait. I need another 5 minutes at least, Arkan. He's not gonna let you wait. You're
Okay.
welcome to leave so long, eh?
Okay, I'm going to wait 5 minutes more.
Yeah. Right. Porto approach, good day, Ryanair 3 Hotel Quebec with information Alpha on stand Sierra 40, requesting IFR clearance to Madrid as filed.
Ryanair 3 Hotel Quebec, hello sir, just for your information, for the direction of your flight to the south you need an odd flight level. Do you prefer 270 or 290?
We'll take 290, sir.
Roger, so Ryanair 3 Hotel Kilo, information Alpha to Porto KNH 1010, you are clear to Madrid, BELDU 8 Echo departure, initial climb flight level 100, squawk 4713.
Squawk 4713 on the BELD 8 Echo departure. Initial altitude is 10,000. Squawk 4713. Flight level 290. I think I missed that up.
Ryanair 3 Hotel Kilo, confirm QNH 1010.
QNH 1010 for 3 Hotel Quebec.
Ryanair 3 Hotel Quebec, feedback is correct, advise and ready for push and start.
Thank you, well advised, ready for push and start, Ryanair 3 Quebec, Hotel Quebec. Wow, fell over my own tongue over that one a couple of times, damn it.
Also, Nico, before you close that, can you
Porto,
go to
this
a
is
flight
Ryanair
plan?
982,
Yeah, just hold
we
on.
are ready, start up and push back.
Give me a second,
Ryanair
try not to do
982,
that
push and start is approved, facing south. Start up and push back approach, facing south, 982.
Hold on,
now.
they're talking, I can't hear you. Say again?
I don't think you clicked the fly now page. You're not showing on STKP.
I did very well. No, I've only got the update, so I definitely did.
Affirmative to Mac. No, you're not showing.
You're showing on VATSIM, but not on STKP.
I have no control over that, don't know why.
Stealth mode again.
Yeah. No idea why.
Okay, fair enough.
Right, 4713. Alright, so just to finish off with one small little extra thing, what we can do is...
Ryanair 982, squawk mode channel, please. Roger.
We can actually add segments to our taxiways and we can then say finish. So we know we're going to have to taxi that way, so we can set that up on the map that we know that's the line we need to follow. The only thing that STKP map does not show is the holding points. So if he gives you a specific holding point, you might have to just refer back to the Navigraph chart because it's not showing on this map. Only a little shortcoming on the map that I know of. Right, so let's kill that off there. We've got the squawk code set. We've got 10,000.
You're now showing.
Okay, just wanted some TLC, Uncle John.
Starting engine number 2.
Okay. Right, I've got a few seconds left, then I'm gonna call as well. In fact, you know what? I'll let you taxi past me first. Otherwise, I'm gonna get in your way.
I reloaded STKP, Mac.
Oh,
Question, Nico.
Yes.
What version are you running? 3.40?
Yeah, the full one.
Yeah, because I've got 3.40 RC5, I think, and my tablet's totally different.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. What you need to do is you need to replace that complete folder. Completely new, fresh install on the full version.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Okay.
Nico, my pushback will take time because I wrongly choose the place for pushing back. You can continue.
Okay, but then I'm gonna be in front of you. Oh, I see you pointing the other way.
Yes, I'm setting up the
Alright, but I'm gonna push into your
pushback.
tail anyway, so it doesn't help me. You finish, I'll wait for you.
Ryanair 982, confirm squawk 4727
handbrake
Mo
turn,
Charlie.
Harken.
Yeah, do handbrake
Yes,
turn.
sir. 4727 and mod.
4727 and Mod Charlie, confirmed. I have a problem with better pushback right now. I'm changing my direction in a few minutes for your information, sir. Roger.
Ground to cockpit. Stow is driving up.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all calls.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Delta
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Are you turning around, Hakan?
Yes, I'm turning right now. In 2 minutes, my pushback will start again.
Oh.
I think you can ask your permission and wait.
I'm scared I'm gonna hit your tail. Because I'm pushing my tail right towards your tail. So I'll wait, it's okay.
Okay, at least you can ask your permission.
Still
But
connected and
he's
bypass
going to
tuning
stop you.
circuit. Release parking brake.
Yeah. We just wait. We don't want to confuse the poor ATC again, Hakan.
Yeah, I have given information to ATC by the.
Yeah. I can hear you when you talk to him.
Yeah, starting pushback. I decided to go holding point with pushback track.
Right, and Paul, I presume that is you. That's not Paul on Discord. That is Paul Shoesmith, I think is the surname. Yeah, presume that's him over there, and that's Hakan fixing himself. Awesome, good stuff.
Ready for taxi. This is Ryanair 982.
Ryanair 982, taxi Bravo, holding point runway 35.
Taxi to holding point runway 35 via Bravo taxiway. This is 982.
Porto approach Ryanair 3 Hotel Quebec requesting push and start.
Ryanair 3 Hotel Quebec, when cleared of the company traffic behind you, push and start approved facing south.
When cleared of the traffic, push and start approved facing south, Ryanair 3 Hotel Quebec. Go Hakan, if you can't do it, no one can. You know that story.
I go, sir, I go.
Here we go.
Starting pushback. You may start the engine.
Better pushback sometimes do like silly mistakes. This is not my problem, sir.
Ryanair 982, winds calm, runway 35, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff. Wind is calm. 982. Thank you very much.
It's the tow driver's fault. He forgot to put the gloves on, which you got on an L and an R on the back of the hat.
Exact, sir.
Thank you,
Jose,
Jose.
Ryanair 3 Hotel Quebec, squawk mode Charlotte, please.
Thank you.
Nice one, Jose.
my pleasure. Thanks for all the help you give us, Nico.
Always, my friend, always. Click. Alright, so, Joe, are you still here?
Yes.
Right, so the difference in the startup procedure according to the FCOM and the way that I used to do it is now this. What they say is you need to close your isolation valve and put your right packs on auto. All right, so that there isn't an interruption or a big interruption in the airflow in the back. And then once you've done that, you can go and start your next engine. And this is what one of the things I changed in the checklist is.
So isolation valve on auto and right pack on.
No, isolation valve closed and
Operation complete. Set parking
packs
brake.
on auto.
Gotcha, closed.
Disconnecting tow.
All right, so we just need to put our fuel in that one to get it going.
Ryanair 982 identified. Continue climb flight level 240 direct BELDU.
Direct BELDU 240982.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. And signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Right, looks like everything is stable. Volts and amps. What's that wind doing? Still nothing. Ryanair 3 Hotel Quebec ready for taxi.
Ryanair 3 Hotel Quebec, taxi from holding point runway 35.
Taxi via Sierra Bravo holding point 35 Ryanair 3 Hotel Quebec.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking off in just a few minutes. Flight attendants, please prepare to stand up for departure.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Ryanair 3 Hotel Quebec, winds calm, runway 35 cleared for takeoff.
Runway 35 cleared for takeoff 3 Hotel Quebec. How are you doing, Paul Shoesmith? Are you almost ready to go? Just curious.
Approaching 3-5.
No worries, no worries. I can give you my route if you need it, if
On
you can
runway
use it.
3,
It's up
5.
to you. Toga.
Nico?
Yeah.
How long are you gonna break to late?
Ryanair 982, contact now, Lisboa Control 125.550. Have a nice flight, bye.
80 knots.
Give me a second, Paul.
Going to 125.055, 982. Have a good day. Thank you very much for radar service.
V1, rotate. Positive rate. $400.
Ryanair 3 Hotel Quebec, identified passing 1,000 feet. Continue climb at level 240, direct BELDU.
240 direct BELDU, Ryanair 3 Hotel Quebec. That's my route.
Ryanair 3 Hotel Quebec, port is now closing. Contact Lisboa Control 125.550. Have a nice flight, bye.
125.550, thank you, sir.
Nico, when you start flying from somewhere to another place, ATC is open. I think I will blame you.
Okay, alright, just give me a second, because now I have to multitask a lot of things. To 5550, that is correct. Lisbon Control, Ryanair 3 Hotel Quebec, passing 267, climbing 240. Climbing 290, Ryanair 3 Hotel Quebec. Wow, that is terrible audio. So I read you 1 from 5. Can you please send text? Your audio is very bad. Proceed direct ADORO, Ryanair 3 Hotel Quebec.
you, and welcome back to our SkyMall members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family.
Well,
For your
Delta.
safety, it's important.
That's interesting. Let's go and check where do we set this now. So we go there, there. No, we need to go to the PA. Sorry.
Ryanair.
Okay, better. Right, I'll go set this thing up later properly. Right, what did I want to say now? Seems like there's a bit of weather. We're gonna climb over it. Look at those clouds. Wow. Let's look at that.
Well, I'm glad there's a bit of weather. Otherwise, all these people that want to see climate change will have nothing to moan at.
Yeah. I had a laugh the other day. I don't know if you saw the report. I see this guy in front of me. He was like the vice president or something in America, and he was talking about climate change and all. The other day they renamed, or they named a ship after him that was specifically designed to investigate this whole climate change thing and the global warming. And this thing froze up in the harbor. It was so funny because everybody was laughing. Look at this. This is awesome, awesome renditions of the weather here of these clouds.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Lisboa Control, good morning, sir. Humanitaire 7106, fly level 340, speed Mach decimal 78, inbound Victor India Sierra with you.
This guy that does ATC, you might as well keep it up for a bad job. Whatever microphone he's using is useless.
He's speaking from
4717 for Humanitaire 7106, thank you.
from the inside.
Yeah.
The trouble is, maybe he's got his respirator on. You heard about the control tower that had to airfield that closed down in America the other night, didn't you?
They were due. Yeah.
Two, exactly. Midway, I think, right?
Las Vegas.
And
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. And,
actually,
and
JFK as well.
is-
So there's three. Yeah.
Yeah, JFK is working from a remote site, I think I read.
Yeah. Yeah, because the one technician tested positive.
Direct Echo Romeo Papa
I'm
Echo
surprised
Sierra
he
for
hasn't shut
Humanitaire
down,
7106.
Airline travel in the United States.
After ADORO intersection, we are going to B3, Nico. There is no any other ETC.
Good, good.
Probably because they couldn't afford to subsidise the airlines to the extent that would be required if they grounded.
Probably.
Yeah, but they're making predictions that by the end of May, if things continue the way they are, they're going to have to shut down themselves. They're not going to be able to fly. They won't be able to afford this.
There's already one American subsidiary or regional airline that's gone bust.
Compass.
Well, there was one regional airline that was closing at the end of June anyway, and they just brought it. Jetstar or something like that, was it?
I don't know about that one. I just saw Compass yesterday. Compass closed. Or
I
gave
didn't hear
notice.
that.
Yeah,
All
they
right,
gave
didn't hear
notice.
that one.
I'm just thinking Richard patch 99, he's going to have to update his EFP guide as well.
Big time as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have fun later.
I think it's positive moves.
Very.
Zibo to listen to the comment and take it on board, and it's making sense now. Oh, I must admit, there's one default that seems to get reset every time I do a new install, and that is the yoke appear.
The
on
yoke appears.
starter.
Okay. Gotcha.
And I have to go and hide it again and then save it.
I was reading up the other day the differences between the smart and the hard callouts. I'm speaking under correction, but if memory serves me right, the one is for ILS and the other one is for RNAV kind of approaches, because there's a different way of doing your callouts. I need to go and read up on that again, but just doesn't matter of interest. I always wondered what the difference was, and I found it in that EFP manual. Let's just go and recap.
Nico, if you have permission, I will stream on Discord my landing because we
I don't
have
mind.
enough space between us.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt.
That's fine. Uncle John.
Yes, sir.
Remember how hard you had to kick those toe brakes to get the parking brake set and release?
Yeah.
I'm just reading through the settings and I get there and I can't help to smile. Yes, you've got to kick this thing hard.
Absolutely. Nick, I've sent you a PM messenger.
Say again.
Edelweiss 215 44760.
Squawk 4760, midnight 215.
Dispatch Control, an excellent day, sir. Condor to 7 Mike Delta, passing flight level 19014
Condor to 7 Mike Delta, this floor will be identified level 195 flight level
360 for 7 Mike Delta.
Right, 114 nautical miles.
Lisbon Center, we are passing Zulu Whiskey Romeo Ryanair 982. Going to 122.8, thank you very much for the service, have a good day, Ryanair 982.
You're getting good at this ATC thing, Hakan. You're sounding good.
I understand. Yeah, because Europeans are really understandable as an accent, but for the Americans it's difficult.
Center, good morning. Ryanair 5 Mike Whiskey, request clearance to Madrid.
And also American ATCs, up to today, what I observed, speaking too fast. They give their commands too fast.
Are you talking about the American ATC controllers?
Yeah, but of course, according to I don't know the others.
Control, could you repeat that, please? 5 Mike Whiskey.
Controlling style is too tough to understand from my point of view.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, if you listen to some of the ATC controllers at Kennedy, when they have a lot of inbounds and outbounds, boy, they're like machine guns, those guys.
Yes, sir, exactly.
And all that produces is, please say again.
This is meaningless, sir. Okay, maybe they are crowded, maybe they can increase their numbers if they are so crowded. Making this fast is not logical.
Believe it or not, the Americans actually cope. If you listen to Cyrus Max, Set Citation Max, for example, they cope very well with that rapid air traffic.
Well, usually they know what to expect, so you
Yeah.
know what they're going to get, what kind of feedback or what they're going to get back from the controller. You know, they're well prepared. And normally, you know, they fly these flights often enough to know exactly what they're going to get.
Paul PM in Discord.
Contact West Control on 131.325 for Humanitaire 7106. Thank you for service. You.
Some of the taxi route clearances are insane at some of the airports, though.
We still need a replacement American controller. What was his name? Steve something?
No idea.
Where is he from?
One of the American airports. He retired not long ago.
He was actually quite good and quite funny.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, you know the one I'm on. He didn't take any prisoners, though, if a pilot did something wrong on the... He was a ground controller, wasn't
he? This is real life you're talking about? A real life controller?
Yeah, real life control.
I often search for him on Google so I can get some YouTube videos and just listen to him.
I start descending.
This last controller is absolutely useless. Sorry to say that. I hate bad-mouthing people, but this oak is useless. I cannot hear a word he's saying. I've left his airspace minutes ago. I never got released. He never sent me a PM, nothing. It is shocking bad. Terrible.
I wanted to say something, but I can't.
No, yeah, rather not. Yeah, I've got you on
Kennedy Stevie was known that he was at JFK Airport.
Yeah, that's the one.
Guys, just as a matter of interest, I don't know where this story comes from, but there's a reason why there is a security trap in the Discord. So if any of you guys on the live stream hear me talk about it now, you can't get in unless you type $agree. It's written in plain black on white, the white text on black background. There's no reason for you not to read it and to use it. Please, please, please. If you want in, follow the rules. Just read what it says, do what it asks you to do. Because once you've typed your little $agree, that will vet you and that will take you in and give you limited rights so we can assign the rest of the rights. Hello, Max. I see you here as well now. Quite a few guys joined today on this Discord, eh?
The place to be.
Right, so it's creeping up. There we've got about, what's it, 16 nautical miles to go for top of descent. Hakan,
Yes, sir.
I just want to check the information I put there in the group flights. I did put the estimated time for the flight in there. You asked me earlier how long waiting time between the flights. I've got things to do. I've got family that's coming to visit that we don't see regularly, you know. And while everybody is still healthy, we thought it good to just get together quickly. So I'm not going to fly until much later. Then I see the next one will be 1500 Zulu. That's 5 p.m. our time. 15, 16, 17, yes. 5
Very
p.m.
good arrangement.
Yeah.
Very good. I just realized the times of the legs. Okay. I can sleep between these two legs.
Yeah, you can go rest.
Oh, Nico, did you see that video that was posted or linked in Skymatic's chat?
About
Control descent management.
oh
I
yeah,
thought
from a
it
flight
was
deck
very,
descent.
yeah, I thought it was very good, but it's an old one, so people who want to learn the different ways of doing descent management might be interested. I don't know. Do you want me to copy the link and chat here or not?
No, the guys who are interested in it will find it on flight deck descent's page, McTrain.
Okay.
Right, where are we now? 20 odd, 20 nautical miles. Awesome. There is the slowdown. lots and lots and lots of clouds today. Joe.
Yeah, our whole country is full of clouds.
Okay.
Overcast.
Joe.
Yep.
You think I can get through these clouds?
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
I saw your
Just
post.
keep your eyes closed.
Yeah, no, definitely. We'll listen to the sounds around us for guidance.
What is interesting is how warm the air is.
Minus 16, yeah, that is kind of warm, eh?
Yeah.
So what's the ISA at this part of the flight? I wonder.
I don't know. You can work it out, I'm sure.
Nico, where is the Ryanair's parking place in Madrid?
On the left. From runway 32 left, you turn left. I'm not sure exactly where. I'll look it up for you quickly.
Ah, okay. If you don't know, no problem, sir.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's there by Terminal 1. So anywhere Terminal 1. So right on the left. As you leave runway 32 left. On the left.
Okay, in this case, if we are going to be in Terminal 1, I'm going to take Tango 7 or Tango 6.
Should be fine.
Yes, sir, because in the middle of terminal. Just 7,000 feet more to final approach. passing 10,000 feet.
Hakan,
Yes, sir.
wake me up when we get there.
What?
Wake me up when we get there.
Ah, okay. I'm going to. I'm pretty slow.
Don't worry, I can see you in front of me.
Oh, it is raining, Nico.
Good. I saw in the meter that it was talking about the water coming down. Yes, Uncle John?
I was about to say, enjoy it.
Hey, Kevin, just saw you, your name there. Welcome, welcome. Yep.
Hi, Kev.
Can you possibly show me the bottom of your overhead?
What you want to see?
It's a question I will ask you off stream, but I don't want to disturb it at the moment. Okay, it's alright.
Negative, sir. Negative. I'm still up in the clouds.
Localizer establish Ryanair 982, sir.
Thank you, Argon. Have a good
Are
landing.
you? Thank you.
I'm on base. I'm going to turn onto the localizer shortly.
Thousand to go. 1,000 to go.
Look at that rain.
Yeah. This is just a normal Zibo rain effect that I've got on. I don't have the ski effect on.
Ah,
Good
right.
chance to
Okay.
good chance to see if the wipers are working.
Yeah, it'll work. Click the wrong one.
Yippee, they work.
And I'll tell you what is nice to see, they're not both synchronised to be exactly the same.
Yeah.
No, look at that. That is exactly how it is in real life.
Because they're independent motors, aren't they?
Yes.
Well, I've got ski effect on now.
But that's how realistic this modelling is on this aircraft. It's brilliant.
Uncle John, the prediction, I don't think it works on YouTube. It only works on Twitch.
It's not going to stop me doing a prediction here.
I thought you were trying to type the year you were born, John. Stop
You know, I'm going to
showing
slap
the
your legs one of these days.
That was a compliment. That was suggesting that you're less than 50.
Runway vacated, sir.
Thank you, Hakan.
Can I have a look at the lower overhead again, please?
But you're looking at the continuous switches, or what are you looking at?
No, I'll talk about it after.
You're such a tease, Mac.
Isn't it just?
There's the runway. Ooh, look at that.
I love these kind of landings when you pop out like this.
Yeah. How's that?
That wispy cloud look and everything, that is pretty realistic looking as well. Where you get thin clouds like that ahead.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Approaching. 3, 2, left.
Approaching minimums.
Continue to touch
200.
That's fine.
Minimums.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight
100.
Flight slow.
Oh, shush, man.
Flight slow.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
That is a better landing.
Yeah, sweet.
But because we're not on Twitch, we have to go bot free.
80 knots.
Yeah, we can have a look at it just now in the logbook or on.
Sim tool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's nice though, Nico. Nice.
That looks amazing.
Yeah,
It does. That rain has given that little extra bit in immersion, hasn't it?
yeah.
Hard to believe we're in Spain and not Britain, so
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to coming into here now.
Yeah. Right, Hakan, I've also vacated this runway.
I see you, sir.
beg to differ.
Here we go. I was
Shush,
waiting.
shush you. I am very far off that runway. Just because I'm not over that line is your problem, not mine. Let's humor you.
Tell him, Mac.
Uncle John!
Yes,
John,
sir.
you're looking for some nonsense now. Anyway, guys, there you go. Alright, is that better?
That's better.
There's our friend Hakan.
Racing to
That's
the gate.
very nice, very nice. That's a lovely view watching it come across in front.
Oh yes, for sure. I loved it. I took a screenshot.
Yeah, notice that.
What is he taxiing about 60 miles an hour?
Probably 85 if you ask me.
He's got his config warning going off.
He was
These
still on
yobbos.
the runway.
Airports are empty.
I've just looked at the real Madrid airport arrivals and departures. You want to see how many aircraft were cancelled yesterday?
Yeah, it's terrible. Thank you, Paul Smith. Yeah, don't worry, just come. Just come. This is not a race, my friend. Even if you make it later. Uncle John is going to fly this flight just now as well, offline, so by the sound of it. So you just
Yeah,
fall
and
in
I
line.
shall probably stream it on Discord as well.
Okay. I've been told very unceremoniously that I'm going to lose certain parts if I don't get down and get sorted for the family to arrive.
You mean you might come back later with a much higher pitch?
Oh, something like those. Then you know. Then you know. It's either tightened or it's off and gone. Hakan, where are you taxiing, my friend? You are not stopping for nobody and nothing. You're just continuing. Are you busy driving back to the UK now or what?
No, sir, you said Terminal 1. I'm going to Terminal 1.
All right, okay. I think it was Terminal 1 if I can recall
Yeah,
correctly.
Ryanair is Terminal 1.
Paul, that center controller is not your fault. It's not your mistake. I had the same. He had to text me because I couldn't hear him. His audio setup is rubbish. So don't let it bother you. Just tell him to talk to you on text. There we go. Oh, I forgot to lift my flaps. And my pirate is filed.
Remind me, what was your cruise, Nico?
290.
Thanking you kindly.
No worries. The ski effect is definitely there, but it's very, very little. I think for now I'm just going to fly on the Zibo effect. Right, so
What was your landing rate, just out of interest?
we'll go check now, Uncle John. I wish the guy who wrote this logbook made it so that the latest one was on top. Now you've got to always scroll down to the bottom. 247, Uncle John.
Well, it's 40 odd out then. Okay.
Well, you were the only one who predicted, so you won.
Again,
Uh-huh.
just
Yeah.
as a matter of interest, I thought that donation of
Jose.
that was put on Jose was incredible. Bless him.
Yeah. Uncle John, I've spoken to Jose in text. I want to speak to him after the stream. Jose, don't go anywhere, please. We need to talk about that.
Yeah, I'll be up.
All right. So I'm just completing my flight.
Nico, I will be waiting for you at Terminal 1. Okay.
Yeah,
Rio.
100%. 100%. We're going to take off from here again. I'm just going to disconnect quickly because I want to do a replay. I'm not going to let this pass without a replay.
I had a nice flight. What about you guys?
Oh, yeah. I loved it. It was cool. There's a faint vortex. It stopped now. There was a faint vortex there on that wingtip there at the end. So cool.
Roads are deserted. Everybody's staying indoors.
Yeah.
I will sleep. See you later on.
Okay, Hakan.
I will be watching your landing, but I'm not on Discord.
Sure.
Have a good.
Thanks for flying with. Talk to you later.
See you.
Take care.
Take care.
Take
Cheers,
care,
Hakan.
You too. Bye bye.
Look at those lights.
Yeah.
That outside view looks so real.
Oh, yeah. That is so nice.
Nice shot.
Oh, that's the tower view. You can't even see anything from that view. Just nothing.
So nice with the lights.
Oh, yes. Check this little bit of a vortex coming off the wingtip. This is really cool.
Nice one.
Yes.
What's the line for the drain?
Just check this one. That is now lovely. Wow. Well, guys, that wraps up the stream. I'm going to be with you shortly, Jose. And everybody else, if everything goes according to plan, 1500 Zulu, I will be back here and we take the next leg. We will be flying from Madrid to Ibiza. So come and join us and have some fun with us. Get your mind off all the problems and stuff and just come and enjoy. Cheerio, bye bye. We'll talk later.
Bye, Nico.
Thanks for your
Thank you,
company,
bye.
guys.
Thank you,
Cheers,
Nico.
everybody. Thanks for having me.
Always, always. Bye bye.